East Citrus Avenue, two-car TC. From what the witnesses are telling me, this green SUV was going eastbound. Blue Sentra was westbound, and the Blue Sentra went around a stopped vehicle into oncoming into the green SUV, and boom. There's double yellow line here, so you can't legally pass. I don't know if that would put them at, definitely would put them at fault going in the opposing lane. But they transported, I think, one, they said, from the Blue Sentra, and they said they weren't banged up too bad. That's Wbash down there. We're just west of Colton Court, or Crafton Court, right here. The fire engine just left. I forget which one. But that's a green, I don't know my vehicles very well, but that's a green, I was going to say Toyota. Yep, it's a toy SR5. And the occupants appear to be okay. And that vehicle, I mean, there's people taking stuff out of the vehicle, but I'm not sure if they're, I just got here. I'm a little late for, but they've got westbound blocked at Wbash. So if you're trying to go westbound Wbash from, or I'm sorry, westbound Citrus from Wbash, they've got it blocked at Wbash. You can go eastbound Citrus, which is what's happening right there. That's eastbound Citrus. But thank God for airbags, and yeah, you just gotta slow down, especially with school in session. If somebody stops, you know, there could be a kid in the street, there could be a dog. If somebody stops in front of you, you just can't go whipping around them. Stop for a second and check it out. You know, see why they stopped. Usually they stop for a reason. You go whipping around them, and a lot of times it's a person or a dog. I couldn't believe a couple weeks ago there was two pit bulls in the road, and I put on my flashers and slowed down to try and protect them over on East Colton, and people were whipping around me, and it was like, you know, somebody's got their flashers on. You know, you got to slow down. You know, take a peek before you go around. They were flying around me and just about to hit the dogs. About to hit a heart attack twice on that one before the dogs got off of Colton. People fly down Colton. But I believe that's the occupants of the SUV. They're grabbing their stuff, I think. They may be doing it for a friend, though, too. I thought they said they transported two. Edmund's already left. So I'll see if I can. They transport one out of that blue one, right? Thanks. He's saying that they just transported the driver of the blue Chevy there. Yeah, definitely slow down and don't pass on double yellow line. That's always a problem. They're starting to get, I don't see a tow truck. That's the one thing I was looking for. I don't see a tow truck, so I wonder if they're gonna block this off. I'll get everywhere I can see my comments here. Get in the shade here. No tow truck yet, huh? No tow truck? Tow truck. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen a tow truck yet. Yeah. Okay, now they're blocking eastbound Citrus, so you're going to have to detour, you know, take, what is it, Dearborn? Or take Wbash. Go up the, well, the next one would be what, LaSalle, or not LaSalle, 5th Street, or what's the next one over, Brockton, to get around. You see, they were collecting stuff out of the SUV, so that's either the occupants or friends that are helping them out. The driver of the, this is a TC. I'm on East Citrus Avenue. I'm up just west of Crafton Court and Wbash. That's right down there. That's Wbash where the cop car is. or the volunteer car. If you remember Crafton Court, that's where that lady, oh God, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I turn on the news and there's my friend Kevin. There's 3 cougars in the tree in the backyard of that lady, right up against Crafton School. It's a mama and 2 juvies. And my friend's got the dark, and I'm like, whoa, this is right by my house. And he darted, I think he caught 2 of them. I think it was mama that got away. But we speculated they were coming down the Sankey Trail, the creek right there. They were hanging out there, and I walked that creek. I used to walk it before it was a trail, and I had been walking by there. I was like, oh, thank God I didn't get snatched up. They like fat guys. You know, if you're fat, you can't run fast, and it's nice marbled meat. So, yeah, I was kind of freaking out on that one. Let me see if I can catch up with my comments. Yeah, the address right here is, let me see if I can pick up an address. 1749 is right there, East Citrus. We're about half a block from Crafton Court. Dearborn's way down there. And they just blocked off eastbound, so they're waiting on tow trucks. So let me get the finger out of the way. The finger's not good. So we're waiting on tow trucks. You can't go eastbound Citrus past Dearborn. And you can't go westbound this way. You can't come this way on Citrus from Wbash. And from what I'm told, they transported the driver of that Chevy, whatever that was, Chevy, the car, and they said they weren't banged up too bad, but you know how it is with TCs, you really don't feel it till the next day. I've been in a couple, and man, the next day was like, in fact, one of them, my roommate had to take me to the hospital. I was in the service, and they had to take me to March because they were feeding me soup on the couch, but they said I was looking a little peaked, and I couldn't get up. I was in a head-on TC, killed the other guy and the other kid, and man, I was hurting the next day. I was black and blue from my ears to my toes, and they admitted me in March for a day, and I think I was peeing blood too. Yeah, I was pretty banged up. I was damn lucky on that one. Luckily I had my seatbelt on. This is back when, in the 80s, early 80s, when nobody wore seatbelts. I always wore, just from racing, I knew if you can't stay in the seat, you can't drive. And just from racing, you can see how you get thrown around. Off-road racing, you know, you had to have a seatbelt on. Because people don't realize how violent it is. Just even when you swerve, if you come out from behind the wheel, the car's going on its own. This guy here's pulling out. I wonder if he saw something right here, the big diesel. Oh, he's leaving probably. They let this one through. Oh, they must live here. I'll get out of the driveway. I'm standing in their driveway. Well, that's it from East Citrus, TC. Passing on a double yellow line into the other lane. That's definitely a no-no. I'm going to go ahead and thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully the person is going to be okay. Yeah, the one guy said it looked like they both tried to get out. You know, when the guy comes head on, you kind of, you know, which way do you go? Looks like he peeled left, the SUV peeled left to get out of their way, and then the witness said it looked like the Chevy, you know, corrected back into their lane, which, boom, put them into almost a head-on. It's kind of a T-bone right in front of the SUV. There's a tow truck. And the left front of that, that's what it looks like. Like they described, was they went head-on in the eastbound lane, then the Chevy tried to correct their error of passing, you know, blindly on a double yellow line and tried to get back in their lane, and then the SUV was like, which way do I go? And broke left, which put him right in the path of the Chevy that was correcting. Yeah, I've in my TC head on, that was the same thing. I got on the bridge and here come a car head on at me. he was in a broadside slide in the rain, and it was like I had two choices: stay where I was, hit the brakes, and skid into him, or try and accelerate and get out of the way. I tried to accelerate and beat him to the end of the bridge, but I was about a half second late. I ended up T-boning him. He was sideways. He spun out in the rain on a corner. He front-wheel drive car, and he hit the brakes. He was passing two cars illegally on the right. And when he went to come back into the lane, he hit the brakes, which put him into a... He saw me coming. It was on the Boulder Street Bridge, right there at what is that? Plunge Creek. That new bridge, that big. It was a little tiny bridge before, and it was elevated, and you couldn't see till you got on top of it. And I popped up on top of the bridge, and here come a car at me sideways. Yeah, they're gonna grab one of the vehicles. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.